Hey, week 8 Potter's Pick. Welcome. Darren McFadden here. Got a little word for Spotted Owls. Dude, I'm on your bench. What's going on? 43 points. Think that'll happen again? Don't think so. All right, man. Let's review week 7. First off, game of the week. Circus McQuirkus moves to 5-2, beating He Hate Me, who drops to 4-3 with a 101-82 win. Roddy White has a big game with 33, and the big problem for Hate is Peyton Manning with a bye week, which is too much, so Hate drops to 4-3, and somehow Harry is 5-2. What a world. Turd of the week lived up to its low expectations with the Heap and the Cox battling to a 76-76 tie. Talk about, that's worse than kissing your sister. I mean, think about that. We're talking about Higgins here. Anyway, Orton had 19 points while the Donkeys got drubbed by the Raiders. And then Witten and Jason Witten and the Cowboys defense saved the Cox with 30 points combined on Monday Night Football. But Hakeem Nicks on the Cox bench, that's kind of a problem. So the problem with having one of these iPhones, too, is that on Sunday afternoon I'm thinking, Hakeem Nicks, he's questionable for Monday Night Football. Hey, let's put Deion Branch in the lineup. So the convenience of the phone means I get 3 points out of Deion Branch, and Hakeem Nicks is 22 points on the bench. So I end up with a tie with Higgins. Sucks. Next up, Big Brown Bears. Dude, I pick against you, and what happens? I say that Big Ben Roethlisberger is going to outduel Carson Palmer, and Palmer puts up 34 to Ben's 23. Bears 117, ex-commish 80. Next one, bottom of the barrel. What is going on there? They put up 119 thanks to Kenny Britt. Kenny Britt puts up 40 points, and Kenny Britt was just picked up by Ellis. So I'm thinking, wow, man, maybe he has a pulse. He's kind of getting into it. He's not dead. Then I hear from Harry that apparently Greg's son Nolan, who's what is he, Greg, 9, 10? He's saying, Dad, your team blows. You need to pick up Kenny Britt. Dude, looks like you got yourself a new GM, so maybe actually bottom of the barrel may be legit as long as Nolan's in charge. The Mashers had 107 but lost to bottom of the barrel. Seahawks defense with 23 points. And he was up 107-106 going into Monday Night Football, but alas, Lawrence Tynes was not distracted by the soft porn that our main man Booth put up, but we still appreciate it. Third and Long suffered its second straight loss after a 5-0 start, 97-64 to the Spotted Owls, who I believe just won their second in a row. They were 0-5, or maybe they're 0-4 now. They're 2-5. But anyway, for Bergfalk, 64 points. That's Hatcher territory, man. Marion Barber III, 0 points on Monday Night Football. Nice effort. The Owls got 26 out of Turner, but as I said before, could have gotten 43 more out of Darren McFadden. But really, who would have guessed that? Last game of the week 7, Seatown Cultural Nation, as Coop said, hangs a $150 on the Beavers. Ouch! 105-point margin of victory, 150-45. Jesus, Shannon. Hey, Shannon, Matt Schaub, bye week. Jets defense, bye week. Get a clue. Matt Ryan, 30 points. Adrian Peterson, 23. All the players for the nation, double figures. That equals ass kicking. Move on to week 8. Let's go on to the picks here. Actually, for week 7, Potter was, I believe, 3-2-1. And I don't know, I guess I should probably just count that tie as a loss because nothing good came out of that anyway. Week 8, the theme for this week is byes. We have Atlanta, Baltimore, Giants, Bears, Eagles, Cleveland. Actually, it matters that Cleveland's having a bye, which is rather strange. I guess maybe just Peyton Hillis, but lots of people going to be inactive this week due to the byes, and it could cause some problems. Game of the week, Seatown Cultural Nation 5-2 versus bottom of the barrel 2-5. Doesn't sound like a game of the week, but those were the two top scores from week 7. And if little Nolan Ellis is calling the shots, bottom of the barrel could be a force to be reckoned with. For that one this week, let's see. The key matchup, we got Kenny Britt and Steve Breston, but we don't even know if Steve Breston's going to play. But Kenny Britt put up 40 last week, so maybe you don't need a second receiver there, Greg. Against Dwayne Bowe and Mike Williams of the Seahawks. I'm giving the edge to the nation. just because I don't think Britt can repeat the performance. And Bo goes against Buffalo. Mike Williams against Oakland. We'll see. But anyway, let's go Seatown Cultural Nation 95, bottom of the barrel 86. Turd of the week. We'll just call this the ICF turd. Circus McCorkus 5-2 versus the Beavers 4-3. Sounds like it should be game of the week, but Big Top Harry's got a lot of buys at wide receiver. Before in the middle of the week, all 4 receivers on bye. Good heads up on the drafting and the transactions. Bye week 8. Think about it, Harry. Still, I can't pick the Beavers. When you're 4-3 and you've scored about 300 points in 7 weeks, sorry, Shannon. At least most of your guys are not on a bye this week, but I'm going with Circus McCorkus and the turd. Next up, He Hate Me 4-3 versus Big Brown Bears at 3-4. Peyton Manning coming off a bye week for the hate. I'd say that's probably about enough for He Hate Me to defeat the Bears, and you're welcome, Keisha, for picking against you again because it seemed to work pretty well for you last week. Next up, Gabe's Masters 4-3 versus Top O the Heap 2-4-1. Moss returning to New England. That ought to be interesting. He's with the Mashers. Marshawn Lynch going against the Oakland run defense. Both of those with Gabe's Masters give Booth the edge. And just for a little thank you, you feel free to post some of your regular picks there, Mike. Third and longer, 5-2 versus the Pillaging Peacocks 2-4-1. Going to go out on a limb here and say third straight loss for Burke Falk after a 5-0 start. Let's take a look at the key matchup. I'm just going to go with tight ends just because, we never really say here's the key matchup is the tight end. So Jason Witten versus the Jacksonville defense for the Cox, or Bo Scaife versus San Diego. In San Diego against the number one, I believe it's the number one pass defense of the Chargers. The defense, actually the Chargers are like first in team defense and offense or something, but they're 2-5. Go figure. How long is Norv Turner still going to be the coach? Unless Reggie Wayne comes off of the bye week and goes off against Houston, I say third and longer, third and loser. Final game, Ex-Commish 3-4 versus the Spotted Owls 2-5. We are looking at Roethlisberger at New Orleans and Phil Rivers versus Tennessee. I'm going to go with Rivers. I think he's just enough of a red ass to just say, screw it. I'm just going to throw about 60 times. I'm probably not going to listen to North Turner. We're not going to run the ball. No Ryan Matthews. No Tolbert running the ball. Throw. Spotted Owls pull it off against Ex-Commish for our final pick of the week. And that's going to do it for this week. Check the side panel. Actually, it's going to be over there in the corner. I'll get the CBOW up, and best of luck to everybody this week. Potter's out.